New for you this morning on Daybreak, this spring brought some showers while this summer was a drier one. This is resulting in drought conditions across much of Minnesota, although this one is not as severe as we saw last year. KIMT News 3's Alex Dieter joins us live now with what the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources is saying we need to improve these dry conditions for spring. Good morning, Alex.
Annalise, good morning. I know this is a word that not a lot of us want to be thinking about right now, but this morning we're talking snow and the fate of the conditions of the drought here in southern Minnesota. That could depend on how much snowfall we get this winter. The most recent U.S. drought monitor that was released last week shows that almost 20% of Minnesota is in either a moderate or severe drought, and more than 40% of the state is abnormally dry. State climatologist with the Minnesota DNR, Dr. Luigi Romalo, says the drought conditions lasting into the spring planting season, that depends on what kind of weather we see this winter, how much snow we get, and whether or not we retain that snow. He says southern Minnesota is going to need anywhere from 40 to 50 inches of snowfall, and up to 60 inches will be even more beneficial. But we don't just need the snow, we need it to stick around.
We could get a good snow cover before we have a lot of hard freezes. What happens is that snowfall will insulate the ground and it will keep the frost depth from getting too deep. So it won't the soil won't be frozen as deep as it would be if it was bare ground. And that helps us out in the spring because when the snow melts, less of it will run off into the lakes and the rivers. More of it will get absorbed in the soil.
He says if this winter's snowfall is able to be retained, it could be exactly what this dry soil in Minnesota needs ahead of next season's farming season. Live in Rochester, Alex Dieter, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Alex. Right now, the region of severe drought stretches from the 7-county Twin Cities metro southwest to Pipestone County. Some areas are anywhere from 4 to 8 inches below normal in precipitation.